Yeah, it was probably the worst possible time I could have yawned as I start recording. I don't know why, I intro properly, and I don't understand why. So this is part 3 of Act 5, almost at Act 4. No. And the paperback on my table, or it's not really a table, it's footstool. This notebook is like all out of whack. Like the binder is not the binder, like the ring part. It's like bending the I don't know. Anyway, I don't make notebooks, I just write in them, so Alex has some a significant setback here, starting in last. You know, I wasn't yawning anywhere before I recorded this, but as soon as I start recording, I just cannot stop. Everyone just taking their sweet time off the gate. And as a result, Bubbles and Silhouette just sort of run away. Burn and XT3 aren't far away from them either. And then lots of those basically part of our own one-car group as the delivery guy holds up an entire, like, line of traffic halfway down the straightaway. I would expect to see at least one, like, crash here. We've had one every other race so far, basically. Not statistically every race, but it just kind of seems like it's been in every race we've had a wreck. And I'd be darned if it didn't just happen ahead, but it didn't. Governor can't even get a line to get around the so fast and gearhead. I just called it the so fast. No. Yeah, Alex will be getting last in his class here. His car isn't even the fastest in its class either. Like, the only one that it's faster than in a straight line is Bubbles' car. It about ties with Silhouette, but that and Blossom have much higher power. Speaking of whom, that is kind of getting close. He has an announcer in the way though. First, from the first lap, the only person in the same spot they started is Bubbles. Here's where I would say if the deliverer can stay here, he can score his first point. Yeah, well, that's behind him. So, unlikely. Not that, I'm done. Alex is behind him. And he's about to be in front of him in about 20 seconds at most. That still hasn't cleared Storm, but instead now he's just behind Burn, XT3, and sort of Blossom. He isn't close to her, and he has 3 cars to pass before he can even try to pass her, but you know, it can see her. Meanwhile, Bubbles is enjoying a leisurely Sunday drive on a Saturday morning, but that's beside the point. Somewhat close. Clearly not close enough. That car is damaged. How much? I would probably have to guess he probably moved somebody. Or he just smacked the wall trying to hold the inside line. It's like, my mind was in between like this one of 3 things. Record this, play a different game I have, or play a PS3 game that I've been wanting to play, but my mind figured, well, you know, it's almost more important that I upload on the weekends, because, what's it called? Like well, Keebly doesn't upload Hot Wheels on the weekends, so I had to kind of pick up for that. So all of Tier 3 is in the top 4, except for Alex, who's still in 10th. 9th is possible, anything higher is not likely, unless someone crashes in front of him. But given how clustered this group is, that's not really impossible necessarily. XT3 is leading his class at the start of the final lap. But he also has the lowest top speed, I think, of any car in his class. That looks fun behind him. You have nowhere to go, Storm. And yet, of course, they're gonna try and go somewhere anyway. Try. We're gonna have that fight Blossom again. For pretty much more or less just for the points lead at this rate. I think. I don't know, I'm not gonna look at it because I'm, you know, watching what happens. It's got about a minute to pass her. I think that's gonna sneak the podium here. But as she rounds the final 2 corners of the track. Bubbles wins her 3rd race, I think, in 6. She must really like that car. Silhouette will take a 2nd place. That inches out Blossom with his better handling. It's definitely been a close one, but XT3 shall win in his class. with Mortimer and Ryan and Byrne directly behind them. Alex stuck in a lot of traffic. He only got to 9th overall and definitively last in his class by like, let's see here, 11, 9, 12, 6, 13, over 20 seconds. And while he doesn't get a point in the championship, the delivery guy does manage to win in his class, with literally everyone else in said class right behind him. Bubbles does sneak into the lead of points here. She has 36. Second would be Silhouette, which I marked under Shadow and it keeps throwing me off. Actually, Shadow and Alex are tied for second at 32. That is fourth at 28, and Blossom last at 26. It's also very close for Tier 2. The leader is now Mortimer at 37 points. Second is Ryan, just a point off at 36. Governor's third at 31. XT3 fourth at just 30. Poor Byrne, though, is stuck at 18 points. Tier 3 is still one-sided as all heck, with the Professor at 44, and then it's tied for second between the delivery guy and Gearhead at 28. And then So Fast fourth, 26. And last is Madison with just 19. So I move on to Barcelona. friend of mine is streaming the Spider-Man game, so I'm trying to like watch it a little bit during the loading screens so that there will be some dead silence there. Alex not really having the best time with the starting grid. It's a very low tier top 7 there. Yeah, Blossom needs better scoring. He needs to start scoring some big points, but after 3 corners, being last in your class again doesn't really make that look like, you know, possible. Well, there's a soup kitchen ahead of that right now. Blossom just pulled a pass there. Who passes in that corner? What kind of demented being do you have to be to try and pass to the 9th corner? Now this is a big group of cars. That can just kind of take his time. Oh, actually 3 just tries to spook him out apparently, but... yeah, I can't really say this surprises me any. Just no Italian roadblocks block his path. This is actually they're trying to run around the outside of Alex, and then realize he's not gonna be able to do that. Alex is going fast, just like he has to go faster. I guess it's probably the point of a race, isn't it? If you can get around Burn before that can get around the governor, he might have a chance. Blossom lost to Silhouette, probably got blocked by the professor. The governor is a defensive driver, for sure. But I'm not sure what all he can do about this car. Oh? Alright, who's bullying him this time? Jesus. This R2 button is so faulty. Blossom. As of the dramatic reveal, the camera just shifts to show the Brat in red. Yep, there it is. Whew. Okay, really? Blossom, we're gonna need to stick the self-driving program on you here. That was just like malicious. Like, you can't cover that up. And the governor lost a spot to that. Nobody should be beating that on this day. Try as Alex might and will. That car is, that car was a mistake. That's what that car was. It was a full-on error. But, I mean, there have been worse. At least that has lost races. Twin Mill barely ever even lost. Byrne did not like being passed. But Alex is, not phased. Definitely not phased as easily as XT3 seems to have been. XT3 rather in a heavier car, which there aren't many cars heavier than that Mercedes, so that is also one problem. Byrne's Countach doesn't exactly have the best, this isn't exactly the heaviest car either, so it doesn't really move people. Okay. Yeah, case being that has an entire straightaway on them now. Now Silhouette is hitting Alex, this time with a little more, like, effect. That was kind of a rude pass, if I'm honest. Some, people are seeing red today, just because we're in Spain, I guess. Like, did Blossom just see a... Well, no, actually, Blossom didn't hit Alex. Shit. I'm done. Yeah, I don't know, like, why Blossom decided that XT3 should now go into the gravel pit. That's awfully one-sided right there. Alex doesn't really have the top speed to pass Governor. Even with a slipstream, he only gets a little bit closer, and, you know, that doesn't really help him get back up to that. But the problem now for him becomes, little Miss Burnout back here, who's just been, like, utterly embarrassed by her sister. Now that'll be the day when we see Blossom hit bubbles. That's when we know that hell is frozen over. For the other sister hitting each other, then I would see it. But these two don't ever argue. Like, due to his lack of top speed, Alex can't pass the Governor. But putting himself out of position might actually just expose Alex's position to just be taken by the Powerpuff Girls instead, which is just going to make things worse. If he could maybe just stop trying, he could at least get third instead of last. Now he's trying too hard, and here comes Bubbles in her go-kart from hell, and there she goes. See you later. Blossom has a faster car, so this might also turn out not very well for him either. Throughout this too, Byrne and Mortimer aren't exactly losing this duo either. Yeah, here she comes, Speed Racer. Alex doesn't want to lose the place. I mean, obviously, but like... Yeah, we'll see you later. Alex is once more last in the class. Does 16 able this car really that bad? Or does Alex just not care? Or does Alex just not feeling it today? I was also really confused on the points too. Alex is not the one that really needs points. Blossom is the one that needs results. She's in last in points and is like 6 away from 4th as this stands right now. Which seems like it's gonna be not really changing unless Governor blocks them again. I just struggled to find the longest name in the list. It's right there, you fool. That takes win. Bubbles had another lap, and she probably might have even passed it, so what? Governor 4th overall, no bonus one for beating people in a higher tier, but... And with another lap, he wouldn't have beaten this one, but... Even still, Alex doesn't get that same kind of speed that, like, Blossom or that does down a straightaway. And I guess that's accurate to what Vulture's been in other Hot Wheels games, like World Race, or I guess technically Turbo Racing when you had Solaire, which had some of the best handling as well. XC3 is, being oppressed today. And really in this entire tournament. Just kinda can't get anywhere. It just keeps getting shut down every time he can try. Professor with yet another class win, which brings him up to 52 points. This is how bad my hammering is. I just wrote 30 and it looked like 23. My god, it would take another lap and Alex would finally clear the governor. Wow, is that a 5? It doesn't really look like it is. So yeah, Professor leads his championship, Tier 3 championship, with 52 points. Second is a tie between So Fast and Gearhead with 30. That's like 2 whole races that he had. That's almost 3 whole races that he has over any of his opponents. If the Professor somehow loses this championship, he better get totaled a bunch of times. Like, that's really all that can happen, I think, to like logically make him lose the championship at this point, because it's not going to just take a couple of bad races. No. Odds are probably higher he'll just recover and still get like third or fourth. I think I've said this before, but one potential way to... My mic just cracked there? Or is it the game? Oh, there went the delivery guy. And I don't think that's what Bubbles wants, starting last. Blossom starts second. Here's her opportunity to finally gain some ground on anyone else in her tier. And yeah, she's just gonna take it. As really any remotely intelligent person would do. If you're in a Mercedes on the grid next to a Toyota 86, they're gonna go ahead and pass that 86 real quickly. That's just kind of how that works. But it's not looking too ideal for her either, because that isn't far away, and that's in a faster car. That's not a 3 there. I know Blossom does not have 38 points. Bubbles can almost take a hit here, assuming it's not Shadow that wins, which right now, that doesn't look terribly likely given that he is in, okay, 6th, but as it stands now, this is only 2 points, so because everyone that isn't Bubbles is already ahead of him. And if Bubbles can just pass him too, which could happen. This track is like designed for her car. Not too many straightaways and a lot of corners where she can use her vehicle's like 650 kilogram weight, basically, I think it is. Which is like... I want to say it's like 1,700 pounds. I'm not certain. I think it's like times like 2.25 or something. And the top 3 in the tiers have already sorted themselves out. Alex has escaped the inevitable chaos of the first lap, as has Silhouette also. So really, if Bubbles gets to 5th, that doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know which one to side with here. Like, do I want the one that just wrecked XT3 in the last race to win this race? As unlikely as that's already looking? Or do I want the points battle to be closer? Because that winning would not accomplish this. Right now, that would be taking the lead of points. Yeah, right now. And when he inevitably passes Blossom, because that's the lap time difference, and Blossom is doing that, Only way that he doesn't is if Shadow, her silhouette somehow gets to past Blossom. Because right now, even if he passes Alex, they're tied. No, they're not. I'm dumb. Oh, my element hears that weird noise when this car shifts. Bubbles is, of course, you know, getting through the field, which is no surprise, even though Burns trying to be a pain in the butt about it. Ah! That was a pleasant noise to have just been created. I'm gonna do it. I know what I'm gonna do. I have a best case scenario. It's not gonna be this lap, but the self-driving program is about to come into play again. I have a worst case scenario, I have a best case scenario, and I have what I think will probably happen. Which is closer to the worst case scenario. Not the worst case, but it's not a necessarily good case either. Bubbles have gotten to 6th, but Governor has made a decent break. It's the lap time difference. Well, they're dead even, but Bubbles had traffic as well, so... Meanwhile, these two are also relatively even. And if the self-driving car goes to plan, they might even inherit the lead, Alex and Shadow. Silhouette. I keep doing that because I wrote him down as Silhouette on the paper, or Shadow. Ugh! I wrote him down as Shadow on the paper. It's Silhouette, but I just keep calling him Shadow, and I wrote it down as Shadow because I'm lazy when it comes to my handwriting. Let's see, where are our leaders? Okay, I'm probably gonna miss anyway. Or the program's gonna miss, no? I underestimated how long this straightaway is. I've missed. Hot Wheels, beat that! I gotta make it interesting, okay? The point system has to be interesting. Will he continue? Oh, nope. Success. A brilliant success. Call me Dr. Eggman, apparently. That's just, giving up. I didn't really want that to happen, but I wanted him to keep racing, but I at least wanted to have him fight for it. Unless he's just, like, patiently... No, he's not. He's on the brakes. I might have had time if I thought about it faster. Because I just watch all the other cars go by. Somebody in the dirt over there, or is the track line just inaccurate? What I might have had is, the self-driving rescue service in play, as in... Like, go out there and just push that a little bit, and that'll probably have forced him onto the road. I could still do that if he's sitting there. Though I don't know if there's really any point. I don't think he's quite that fast. And he is... not. Okay, well... Who is behind me? What? Is that Blossom already? It actually is. Okay, well, I'm not gonna wreck her, but I'm gonna park the car here. Yes, I have to manually shift into reverse. That's what kind of game this is, folks. What will you do now? Yeah, that'll be like a banana peel, more or less. It doesn't wreck her car, but it reminds her of just how fortunate she is that the self-driving program was there to keep things in line. Because otherwise that, I think, would have gotten into a bit of a lead, and, I don't really want that. I feel bad in a part of me, but at the same time, that's car is better. And as soon as he stops getting starting gridded, I think he'll recover from this anyway. As much as this isn't really karma working out for, just like as far as the whole Blossom ordeal went with XT3, if anyone's seen the show before, the whole 5 of you that end up watching this episode in the next like month and a half, you probably know that Blossom never really seems to get punished for anything. Or if she does, it's not very much compared to other characters. Anyway. So Blossom takes a, I suppose, albeit undeserved victory. But this was, wow, this race was spread out like butter on a toast. My lord. What do you mean Bubbles is 3/10 away? From who? Oh, from him. From who? Oh, Governor. This is the end of the race, right? I'm not just crazy. At this point, I really couldn't tell. Yeah, it is. Alright, so... Alright, so the Tier 1 standings is actually close now that I've done that. Shadow leads at 44, Bubble is second with 42. Tie between Alex and that for third at 37, and Blossom is last at 36. Had the race been led to continue that way, that would not have 37, he would have 44. Bubbles would only have 41. Shadow would have 42. Blossom would only have 34. And Alex have 33 or 35. So it's not, it wasn't completely uneven, but like, again, that has the far and away best car. The Governor with another class win, he's up to 47 points. Burn second in class. I think he needed that a little bit. It's starting to get a little, somewhat uneven on the second tier as well. Mortimer is leading by 3 points, 45. Then it's Ryan Storm at 42. Then it's Governor at... No, I'm blind. That's not a 1. Okay. Governor is leading at 47. I read that completely wrong. Mortimer is second with 45. Ryan Storm third with 42. XT3 fourth with 32, and then Burn is last with 28. So Burn is at this point almost mathematically out of it. Because we're halfway through the series, I think, No, we're at 9, not 8. I don't know. Anyway. Admittedly, at this point, I've kind of given up on Tier 3, which is... I keep messing this up. Tier 3 is the slowest cars, not the fastest ones. So yeah, this is a lost cause, and here's why. Going down here now, Madison is last with 27. That's a 7 there, not a 9. Should probably make that a little better to tell. Fourth, you know, still fast, 31. Third, Gearhead with 32. Second is Delivery Guy with 35. You know, that's really balanced, actually. No, that's only because the Professor is leading with 60. That's 3 whole races over anyone else. That's not what I wanted. So that'll be all for this episode. So what is actually winning? Well, no, he's also leading the other points too, so. It does not actually go in order, though. Bubbles is not third in points. Bubbles is second in points. That is third. And Alex is fourth, not Blossom. When Alex does okay, he does really well. When Alex doesn't do that great, he does really bad. And of course the Professor, he only wanted to score more than 1 point. The Delivery Guy scored a point, I forgot about that. So in any case,